Hi crafty friends, my name is Twila Davis from stampalittle.longer.com, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to do this a tutorial today for Splitcoast Stampers on how to make this cute little carrot treat box. You open it up, you have a little treat inside of the green tissue paper. So let's get started. I'll show you how quick and easy this is to make. You're going to need some scissors or paper snips, some glue, some ribbon, orange cardstock, green tissue paper, a paper trimmer, and a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. The supplies I'm using today are from Stampin' Up! So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to trim our pumpkin pie paper to 6 by 6. Okay, once we have that, we're going to turn it diagonally and we're going to make a score line in the ditch, like so. Then we're going to turn our paper and we're going to just go 1 inch past the score or cut line. We're going to keep the bottom point on the ditch and we're going to cut that off. Okay, now we're going to turn it 180 degrees, keeping that bottom point, which is now at the top, on the cut score line, and we're going to come over 1 inch past the score line down here. Okay, and this time we're going to score instead of cut. Okay, so it looks like this now. Okay, now we're going to, we've turned it back around at the top point. We're going to put it at 2.5, bottom point at the ditch, and we're going to score. Okay, we're going to turn it around 180 degrees. And from down here, we're going to put this at 2.5 and this at the ditch. This doesn't have to be perfect either. It'll work. Okay. So then you've got your score lines when you fold it in half. So. Your two last scores are going to come past center a little bit, but that's fine, okay? Kind of looks like a kite when you fold it up like this. Okay, so we're going to fold it. We're going to fold this in, fold your score line in, fold this over. Now, we're going to cut this off, okay? And what you want this to be, you want this to be like kind of straight across, so it's going to measure almost 2 inches. So we're going to put this at the 6, and we're going to cut it off at 6 inches. Okay. If you need to, you can mark a line so you know where to cut. So we're going to cut that one first. And then 6 inches, we're going to turn it a little bit. And we're going to cut 6 inches again. At 6 inches again. I'm going to cut a little bit more off of that one. Maybe. Okay. So we're done with that. So then your box is going to look like this. Okay. I'm going to fold it out. Let's see. back in here. Okay, now the biggest of the orange scrap that you cut off, I want you to go ahead and come in and score that at 1 inch in. Then we're going to take our 1 3/4 inch punch and we're going to cut out 4 circles, and you want that score line about on halfway in, okay, in the middle. You want the score line in the middle. I just think it's easier to score these before you punch them out than after you punch them out. Just seems to be easier. Kind of fold these so you know where we're going to be gluing these to the inside of the box using our liquid Tombow liquid glue. Okay, you want your fold line to meet at the top. Notice these do not, they're not perfect. May not be perfect all the way out to this, which is fine, okay? It'll work. One more. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, if you only wanted your carrot to be 3 sides, I'll tell you this, you could cut part of this off. You would only need 3 of these. You could cut this off, and it could be like this. Okay, which is cute too, but you're not going to get very much candy in it. Okay. So now you're going to put glue on your fold, on your smaller flap. And you're going to hold it down like this, fold it in 2. That way you can be sure that it gets all glued. And we're done with the glue. Got glue on my paper. Okay. At this point, I go ahead and cut out just the very tip because it's kind of smooshed. I go ahead and cut off the very tip of that. Okay, so this is your basic box. Okay, you're going to need a piece of green tissue paper, about 8 by 15, and some candy to put in it. So I'm going to use some eggs, chocolate eggs. I'm going to put 1 in there to begin with, just to weight it down. Maybe I will. Stick it down inside there. Put some more eggs in there. Maybe get 1 more in there. I don't know, maybe 2. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to kind of wad this up. Fold your flaps over. Tuck them in. Then you're going to need about 10 to 12 inches of ribbon. I'm using our Whisper White Tulle polka dot ribbon. Just going to tie a quick bow. Tie it tight. Okay, and there is your basic carrot box. Isn't it cute? You can fluff your ribbon around, or not your ribbon, your tissue paper around like this. I also did one, well, the one with the tutorial, an option is to put a tag on it, and I used our Fable Friends. I used this Easter and the Happy Spring. I cut the Happy off of the Happy Spring and put it onto the Easter and cut out circle thinlets. So there you have it. Have a great day. Bye.